Okay, how do you start traveling the world? Video 2. So this one's about the country and your itinerary to choose. And this is going to take a lot of research. It might take hours, days, weeks. If you want someone else to do it, you will have to, I recommend paying for it because I see a lot of people online on these Facebook groups saying, I need an itinerary, I need to know where to stay, I need restaurants, I need cities, I need airports. And it's like, no one's going to do hours of research for free. So you have to do it or pay someone that has done it. So if you are going to pay someone, don't choose someone who hasn't actually done what you're researching. Okay, so here's the advice on which country to choose. I would say if this is your first time, to go slow and not do a bunch of countries because it really takes practice to get good at hopping countries and finding accommodation and just getting your rhythm down. So don't overlook Asia because transportation is really good and the costs are pretty low. But start out with Europe. I think that's the easiest, much easier than the United States. So what you want to do is look at some countries and then decide when you're going to go because the winter time and the shoulder seasons are going to be cheaper. It's going to be easier to get flights. And like with the Jubilee coming up in Rome this year for 2025, already I see trains being booked and accommodation, which is higher than it normally is because this will be my 8th trip to Italy. And so I know what stuff costs in what seasons. So if you're on a budget, that's going to affect it. And I spent a lot more time in Asia before I spent a lot of time in Europe. I did do one trip to Europe, Spain and France. No, wait, Spain and Italy, just for 3 weeks. But I learned a lot on that trip about lodging and getting between cities. You can take the train. It's just not like that here in the United States. So it's much easier to travel in Europe. So if this is your first time, I would say do that or go somewhere really easy in Asia like Thailand or Cambodia because, well, Cambodia is a little more challenging, but the budget, it's pretty budget and you can accommodate yourself easily and find safe places based on what you hear from other people that have actually done it. So this part is going to take a lot of time to determine where you want to go, what you want to do, and how you want to do it. So if you're traveling on the ground, it's usually cheaper, but then there's a lot of low-cost airlines in Asia that don't charge that much for what they're offering and have better customer service than the United States. This is what I found. And also the same is true of Europe. There's a lot of low-cost airlines. If you don't have a lot of luggage, try to get yourself to just do carry-on. I mean, I've done carry-on for 10-month trips. You can do it. You just have to be really careful about what you bring, what you absolutely need, and just stick to that. You want to leave a little room to bring some stuff back, too, that you buy. So what you're going to do is choose your country, find out all of the costs, determine what cities you want to go to, where, how you're going to get around, how you're going to get from the airport. And like in Europe, there's mass transportation that's very easy to figure out and low cost. So if you start there, you're going to be fine. And I do have a video, I'll have the link below, about my top solo traveling places for women, but men could go too. And then get in touch if you want to have a one-on-one session with me because I could answer all of your questions in just 1 hour. And hey, if you benefited from this, like, share, and subscribe because I have a lot more information. And come on over and join my Substack. It's free, and you can find out a lot about traveling in life and changing your life to live more fully. So let's get that trip going.